Yo, we need to talk more about web development. I ain't gonna cap. Web development is dying a slow death. Like when I say a slow death, I mean like if you ain't really know how to program before and you learning and web development was your starter pack, I ain't even gonna say it might not be TOS friendly, but just hop out the game, career change now, my boy. Is that
Startup
right?
needed an app, right? Like if you didn't have an iOS app with a minimalist logo and a waitlist, were you even disrupting anything? But fast forward to now, and something strange is happening. A lot of developers are quietly avoiding mobile dev. Not because it's hard, okay, maybe partly because it's hard, but because web dev is kind of eating its lunch.
Give me your lunch money.
And yes, I know, saying mobile dev is dying sounds dramatic, but hang on, because it's not as far fetched as it sounds. Let's look at where the industry is actually going. These days, you'll notice fewer companies rushing to build fully native mobile apps from scratch. The hiring trends are shifting. Search up the latest Stack Overflow developer survey or GitHub's language trends. You'll see that Swift and Kotlin, while still relevant, are getting overshadowed by JavaScript, TypeScript, and cross platform frameworks like React.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's tough for you to compete when we have alternatives to mobile applications like PWA applications. You guys know Uber, Starbucks, and a lot of these companies that we know kind of was built off of that. So it's tough for a mobile only language to compete with companies that you're not built on, but companies that can build like you and on the web, you know.
React Native, and Flutter. More dev job listings are asking for React experience that includes mobile capabilities, not the other way around. Even among users, there's a drop in App Store engagement. People aren't downloading new apps like they used to. They're
No,
sticking to their core apps and handling everything else through the mobile web. So, what's replacing those native apps?
PWA.
Responsive design, progressive web apps,
Yeah.
cross platform frameworks. We're talking websites that just adapt to whatever device you throw at them your phone, tablet, or a smart fridge if you're feeling chaotic. Tools like Tailwind, Media Queries, and Flexbox grid systems have evolved so much that building a responsive layout is now just expected. It's not a bonus anymore, it's the baseline. Add
Mhm.
to that the rise of PWAs, and suddenly your website can behave like an app installable, offline capable, and super smooth. And here's the wild part the tech stack we're using to replace mobile dev is just web dev. React
Yeah.
with Next.js, some
And super
CSS
base.
wizardry, and maybe a sprinkle of TypeScript to feel fancy. You can
Yeah.
ship to every platform with the same code base. One dev team, one deployment pipeline, no separate Android and iOS nightmares. You're not just saving time, you're actually moving faster. Why write Swift and Kotlin when you can write React and go home early? This
Hmm.
shift matters, especially for developers. Back in the day, being a mobile dev was like being in an elite club. You had to know the quirks of Xcode, fight Android Studio, and memorize Apple's
And that is the most annoying piece of shit ever, bro. Like you mobile developers used to feel cool because you used to do it mobily, right? And we couldn't be able to do it because we either needed a MacBook or we needed to download the entire SDK for Android. And at the end of the day, don't nobody want to be fucking arguing or fighting with components of different type of languages just to see what the fuck a emulator is showing me.
App Store guidelines like a sacred scroll. Now, most job listings just want you to know React and maybe have touched React Native or Flutter. Mobile dev has gone from craft to feature.
Yeah,
It's one
it's
of
a cool
many
feature.
deliverables in a bigger full stack workflow. You're not a mobile dev anymore. You're a web dev with a really good media query setup. Now, look,
Hmm.
I'm not saying native mobile dev is completely useless. If you're building AR apps, performance heavy games, or hardware integrated stuff like camera apps or drone controllers, you still need that low level native control. That's not going away. But those are niche. Most apps, they're just content and buttons and infinite scrolling, and that's the web's playground now. So, yeah, mobile dev isn't dead, it just got absorbed, assimilated, eaten by the web, Borg style. What used to be an entire engineering discipline is now a screen size setting in your CSS file. JavaScript won. It brought its friends HTML and CSS, and together they
That's why it's so scary to learn a language if you don't plan to learn anything else. You gotta be learn, or you might get caught up with a language that does this to you. You feel me? And this This is not a web dev thing, but this is a message to developers. Get your ass up and start learning. Y'all better stop hitting leak code up and y'all better start exploring the creativity you want to do because you're going to lose that it factor. And then if you have to catch up in programming, good luck. You out of here. Like, and this is not me saying I don't catch up. Like, I don't catch up at all. I know a lot of things that's going on in the programming and tech space. If I haven't heard about it yet, I've heard noises. Like, there's been like a little, I could put my ear to the wall and hear what's going on. A lot of developers can't do that. They come out and be like, yo, I've been programming in C sharp for the past 5 years, and it's 2025, and they've been doing that since 1998. Their awareness of time is different, right? And you hear I said 5 years. That's a programmer for you. He'll think that he has that much time, and then he'll come out and the time has been gone. Been gone. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Don't be you. Don't let that be you, dogs.